Hello and welcome to The Corner. I'm the Frosted Glass, and I'm joined by my fellow Alabaster Savages, the artist formerly known as Jack Gunsky.
Gentlemen, from this day forward, you will all refer to me by the name Betty. Yeah.
You heard him, people in chat. Moonshock.
Finish the quote, damn you!
I had something I was gonna say, but fucking whatever the fuck he wants to be called now, I got nothing. How about he who shall not be named? There you go.
Jack is fine. For the love of Christ.
How about if we just call you Jill Gunsky? We'll call you
Jill. I'm changing the name of the social media profile
and
the channel.
You want to change everything about you? Your name will be Jill Gunsky.
My name does not change. It is the same.
Do you still identify as Jack Gunsky?
Yes, I still. That's my sexual identity now.
Are you Jack Gender?
Yes,
Jack Coric.
I'm Jack Coric.
I'm Gunsky Gender.
Terry Diamantis.
I can call you Betty, and Betty, when you call me, you can call me Al.
Okay, Paul.
And this week's special guest, Delahazed.
I heard you all had a panty problem. Something about them being too dry? Well, worry not, folks. I am here to solve it. Don't ask me how, just accept it.
You heard him, Della. What's his pants? All right. So, with our first article, one of the things that I tried to do on the corner is help people get chicks. That's what I like to do. I like to help all of my fellow guys out there. So that's what we're going to do with the first article.
Are we going to a farm?
Is that spelled CHIXX?
Come on, guys. Work that skirt.
Oh, hell no. Is this like that freaky looking wannabe that was going through the fucking White House saying, "Oh, hey, look at me, I got my nails, I got my skirt on."
What if every male person who wants to wear a skirt to work just does it one day?
Oh my god, I so want to use a certain word, but I'm going to be very nice and I'm going to be very civil. I will not say it.
I mean...
Maggot.
There you go.
I mean, I could think of the perfect day to do it. Boom, October 31st. Mark it in your calendars, folks.
Oh my god.
Carlin Beckia got me thinking about this again today with her article, 7 Reasons Why More Men Should Wear Skirts. I've written about this before too, and yes, I am rather gender-bent, but it is great to have a woman's honest perspective on this topic. She points out in number 6 that androgyny is hot as AF.
What?
Wait, what?
Hot as AF?
So we're relying on a woman's opinion on what men should wear?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, just want to make sure we're clear on that. Keep going.
Think about the first time you wore a feminine colored shirt or playful tie. I bet all the ladies showered you with compliments. There's a reason for that. Johnny Depp, Gerard Butler, and my history crush, Don't Judge, Rasputin, have nailed this seduction trick. And it's
so much, Judge.
And it's not that they all have worn skirts. These men concoct a heady brew of fearless manliness and feminine mystique. It's why long-haired vampires make women swoon. Androgyny is alluring. Men who play with gender-bending norms rattle our brains. He is the unsolvable riddle.
Oh my god.
My Liberty print shirts get me so many compliments from women. Nothing suggestive, just, your shirts are so cool. My wife picks a lot of them out for me, although I've worn paisley and floral prints since I was a teen. Conversely, those shirts make some men quite uncomfortable. Oh, and my pink shirts, too. Often they try to transmit that discomfort to me. I've received so many snide comments from men involving some lame gay reference. The affected lisp, a flamboyant sing-song voice that goes up a register, the ubiquitous limp wrist, yes, in the workplace. Or I am accused of rape.
Can I just say, I will agree with the author on the point that some people prefer androgyny in the opposite sex. And I'll give you an example.
Gay people.
Ripley from the Alien series, Sigourney Weaver, acts like a man. She acts like a man in the Alien movies, and a lot of people find her hot as fuck. And I too found her very hot when she was acting that way. I'm willing to, and there are a lot of guys who talk a lot about what do you call it? Not the femboy, traps. People obsess about traps. I obsess about traps too.
It's a
thing.
There's a lot of reasons why you changed your name to Betty.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's also a difference between a strong woman in a movie who's strong for being a strong character and a strong woman who's being a strong woman just for the sake of being a strong woman.
But I'm saying that the author does have a point. However, skirts are not an androgynous symbol in our society.
No,
they're not
skirts...
androgynous. They're just straight up female.
Yes, they are feminine in nature. There is nothing masculine or androgynous about a skirt.
And don't give me that kilt bullshit, because kilts look very different from skirts.
Yeah.
I don't think a female character being badass necessarily makes her manly.
No, not at all. I didn't see Ripley as any kind of manly at all.
Or like Sarah Connor in Terminator 2, you know.
No, I'm sorry, but that's masculine behavior. They demonstrated masculine behavior in those movies.
No, the Terminator franchise jumped the fucking shark big time with that Dark Fate or whatever the fuck it was, the last one where women everywhere, and Arnold's just a little bitch boy.
I love how they've done like what, half a dozen movies where they're like, no, forget that last sequel, this is the real one. No, forget that last sequel, this is the real one.
Let's retcon it, just because.
Alright, let's see. Or I am accused of raiding my wife's closet. I have a great 1970s snap front western shirt that I snapped up quick when I found it hanging in a thrift shop. One man at work went through the effort to pull me aside and ask, "So is that a gay cowboy shirt?" Yes, like Tito Guizar.
Who the fuck is Tito Guizar? Oh, whatever.
I don't know.
Someone who was on a TV show once, and now they're like emblazed in this person's mind as the most famous person of all time, because for some. Has anyone noticed that whenever they name a really obscure person in articles like this, they talk about them like they're a god amongst all other human beings?
Wait. I have to know, is this a fucking woman or a man writing this article?
This is a man.
Okay, because I mean, after all of this bullshit this guy's saying, let us not forget that he has this dead crush on Rasputin. You know,
but also, they said at the start that they're gender bent. So,
yeah.
Oh, I'm sure that something's bent.
To be fair, he was Russia's greatest love machine.
Yeah, and there was a big conspiracy about his death too.
Yeah, but he also looked like an evil hobo.
But the name was Anthony, but it had A in parentheses, so it's like Anthony, but also Antonia. It was like that was the author's name. So they're trying to straddle the middle ground of gender identity. There.
Why don't we just cut to the chase, rip this guy's fucking dick and balls off, and just call him a woman already? Because it's obvious that's what he wants to be. And I didn't think anybody would argue with me on that one.
It says far more about them than it does about me. It's asinine, and frankly, most of the nicest, coolest men I know are gay. So
why aren't you gay? You should be gay.
Yeah,
so you can be
seriously.
Cool.
Yeah, what a homophobe.
If this guy's virtue signaling so fucking much about these gay people being the best thing in the world, then why don't you just fucking call yourself one?
Wait, is this cultural appropriation from gay people?
I think it is.
Yeah. I mean, what this guy needs to do, you know, let's channel Riley Dennis here for a moment. It's a man who obviously is not going to get rid of his junk, yet he calls himself a lesbian. Why doesn't this guy do the same thing?
I don't know. Maybe he's got a
Exactly.
controlling wife. I'm guessing his wife has the balls in the relationship.
Having looked ahead in some of this article, I can see this guy definitely does not wear the pants in this family, no pun intended.
Puns should always be intended.
So I always smile and say, "Oh, thank you for the compliment." And yeah, like Keith Richards did, I do raid my love's wardrobe. When you say you wear your wife's clothes to a man who's just made fun of your floral shirt, and do it without blinking an eye, it's entertaining to see him trip over himself trying to find a witty comeback. But alas for me, my sweetie is an 8 and I'm a 16, and that limits
Whoa.
me to some of her scarves and maybe a wrap or oversized tee, but she digs
Stop. Okay, why the fuck is this guy measuring himself in a woman's size?
Because he's gender bent.
No, I am sick of this gender bending bullshit. This guy obviously has this big fucking crush on wanting to be a fucking woman. So, dude, just go around and call yourself a woman. Period. Again, pun intended. There's oh my god, this guy, I just want to punch him. My sweetie's 8, I'm 16.
Hey, to violence
No.
against
Whoa, I do not stand for women abusers.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
to violence against
my
women,
bad.
Australia says no.
Look, I will stand for verbal abuse against women, but physical violence is where I draw the line.
Do you want to rip his floral shirt?
God, no.
Don't touch the floral pattern. This guy would probably fucking cry if you did that. Oh,
I
you
just don't want to see what's underneath it.
it.
I'm just
Yeah.
not curious to find out what's underneath it, that's all.
I mean, this is the guy who's alluding to gay shirts from those snap cowboy shirts. This isn't. Keep going. I'm going to stop. Right there.
I would just like to say that for the record, I think that this homosexual should wear anything that he wants. Because this is America. And you know, if he wants to wear his wife's clothing, then he should go right ahead and do so. However, I will reserve the right to say that he looks like a freak of nature. And that's all there is to it. So quit your bitching. You get to do what you want because you're in America, and I get to do what I want because we're in America. So shut the fuck up.
And I get to do what the government wants because I'm in Australia.
Oh, doesn't that suck?
Quiet and go send your photo ID on your phone.
Yeah,
sucks,
ask
bro.
this guy.
Minion.
Ask this guy if he enjoys scissoring. Obviously, since he doesn't know how to use his dick. So there you go.
Scissory timbers.
I like this part. On our first date, I arrived with orange nails, and her only question was, "Would you wear eyeliner for me?"
Oh my
Oh, God.
She purred like a cat as she asked it.
Oh, I gotta
Wait.
see this guy. I have got to know what this fucker looks like.
Was this a webcam date? Because that's the only way I see this working out if these two are exactly what he's describing.
I hate to break it to the author, but gender, the differences between man and woman are vast in most cases. The differences
Wrong.
between that are very bad. And
Wrong.
and androgyny is most certainly not, and some people can pull it off a little bit, but most of the time, I'd say the vast majority, no, you can't pull it off. You look like what you look like, and I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. You
The
cannot
genders
pull
are
this
identical. Betty, the genders are identical.
Frosted, I want you to do me a favor. I want to see what this guy's name is so I can look his ass up. And I ain't talking about his ass. I'm just talking about his ugly ass face. So, what is this fucker's name again?
Antoni Desiak Ceballos.
Okay.
What a name.
Antoni.
Evolved Potato, I think, is on to something. He says, so I'm guessing they're into femdom forced femming.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This sounds like a sexual thing, honestly.
Thanks, Frosted.
By the way, I am amazed by how many women sincerely compliment my nail colors. Maybe Johnny Depp's been cancelled, but the man has style. I started wearing my polish in public after I saw the mixed barrage of befuddlement and praise after he showed up at an event with his in denim blue.
I just like Johnny Depp's been cancelled for the crime of being abused by his wife.
Yeah.
So he's not even doing it because he wants to. He's doing it because he sees someone else doing it and he wants to emulate that.
So here I am, drinking my morning coffee in a comfy black A-line skirt made of soft jersey that I got from Marcella in New York City, and it is the most comfortable thing I've ever worn. I'm going to have to take it off in a little bit and put on my trousers for work. Stupid cultural constructs that I'm buying into, said in a Homer Simpson voice.
Oh no, having to conform to a single attire setting for a work environment. You poor, poor person. Whatever will you do?
Workplaces have dress codes for a reason. Deal with it.
Yeah, it's to oppress their coworkers and keep them in line. No
There is-
creativity or fun allowed.
There is not a single picture of this thing anywhere out there. No image searches, no nothing.
This person, all that would need for this person to realize the mistake they made is to basically give this policy one day in the office before she realizes that a lot of people with their hideous, ugly bodies would show up to work half naked.
Not only that, a bunch of guys in an office wearing skirts, one hot chick walks by and HR is going to be swamped.
There's gonna be a whole.
That's all you
there's gonna be a whole
That's
camping
all
ground.
you need is a hot chick in a tight outfit on a hot summer day and a bunch of men wearing skirts as she walks by. HR is not going to know what to do. They're going to quit with all the work they're going to have to be fucking putting in.
Let
Gonna be
me
a whole
put it to
camping
you
ground
this
worth
way.
of tents.
Let me put it to you this way. Do you think this author has ever been to a nude beach? Or maybe not even just a nude beach. How about just like one where everyone wears Speedos? You ever been to a Speedo beach? That's
I'm
why
guessing-
we have dress codes.
I'm guessing.
I'm going
this
to
guy
guess
has.
they have at night when they were the only one around and they decided it was okay to do that. That's the only, I'm going to guess that's the only time that's happened for them.
Yeah. No, they don't know what they're asking for. You're an idiot and you look terrible in a dress.
I'm guessing that at the beach he likes to reenact the opening scene from Jaws where he's the shark. What if every male person who wants to wear a skirt to work just does it one day? I reckon there are more than a few 100,000 of us, if not a couple mil. Come on, let's organize a week where we just do it en masse. Why do only badass rock stars and artists get away with it? That's the problem. It's that idea of getting away with something, like they've committed a crime. I don't know, David Bowie struck me as a man who was exceeding comfortable in his own skin and a skirt.
Not
Yeah.
exceedingly, just exceeding.
And was it not? Didn't Eddie Izzard do a comedy sketch in a dress as well?
Yeah,
Well,
Born
he's
to
a
Kill.
cross-dresser.
Yes,
Yeah, he
that
did
one
several.
was fucking hilarious. That I loved that comedy sketch or that the comedy special. I didn't give a flying fuck that the guy was wearing a dress.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, but he's a cross-dresser, so he's usually wearing a dress when he performs.
yeah,
Yeah,
See,
it's just that we're basically acknowledging that he is in fact wearing a woman's clothes.
yes.
And
Yeah.
if this author could perform half of Under Pressure, then I'd say go ahead, wear a skirt.
Yeah. So I mean, it's Eddie Izzard's not trying to make a statement. He's already known for it. Where this fucker, he's just like, "Come on, everybody, let's go out and wear a skirt because we can."
Also, can I just throw this out there? Is anyone else getting the impression of is anyone else getting a sex criminal vibe from this author? Am
He
I the
likes
Yeah.
only
the
one?
medium, of course. They all do.
I mean, the people in chat have been alluding to Buffalo Bill, and I'm predicting that someday he's gonna make a skin suit out of his wife.
I hope this guy doesn't marry.
Oh, he already is, I think, isn't he?
Yeah,
Isn't
he
he
is
married, or is that
married.
just his sweetie?
Well,
Oh, God.
he mentioned that he was married.
What? Yeah, but I don't believe it.
You think it's
What
like
happened
a,
to people on this planet?
You think it's like a Mama Bates type thing?
Like, he's calling himself a man, and I don't believe it. Or whatever. Fucking, I don't even know what they're calling themselves, but I still don't believe it. Like,
Yes, I know he's wearing pants on the center photo, but they're stylish, comfy-looking skirty pants.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, there you have it, guys.
Fuck off.
If you want to get all the chicks, just raid
Yeah.
some woman's closet.
Yeah, I would still. I mean, if this guy is so wanting to wear the skirts, then I want to see what he fucking looks like.
I will tell you now, I'm still only on my 3rd year of the course, but in the 2 years of my study, we have not covered this in seduction class, and I am doubting we ever will. I will have to consult Richard at some point, but I do not believe this is on the curriculum for the 3rd term.
I don't
We'll
know.
have to
He
get
does.
Richard Larowena to be next week's guest on the show.
Yeah. Well, he does have girly-looking hair, especially in the 3rd one.
Yeah, fair enough.
All
Let's
right.
just send him a DM, and yeah.
And with the end of the first article comes the first game, and that's Sad Libs.
The best game ever.
Well, second
That is
best.
incorrect. Yes.
All right. And this is where I take 4 headlines from Medium, take out 1 word, and you guys have to fill in that 1 word Mad Lib style. And then the chat will vote on which one is the best. So, Betty, I need a plural noun.
Tits.
Wow. Wow.
All right. Moon, I need a person.
Jack Gunsky.
How dare you?
How dare you dead
in the
name
interest
him?
of in the interest of sensitivity, you should put Betty instead.
Jack
I was
Gunsky,
thinking the same.
parentheses Betty.
All right, Terry, I
Betty,
need
AKA.
Terry, I need living thing plural.
In reference to our previous article, I think I'll just have to go queers.
It's a living thing.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Shoot Betty.
And Della, I need an activity.
Masturbation.
Oh.
You guys say "aw" as though it's a bad thing. I, for one, think we should celebrate masturbation. I'm going to write a Medium article why we should celebrate masturbation.
We should all do it at work
I already
one
did
week.
celebrate masturbation about an hour before the show.
Oh.
Don't worry, I washed my hands.
Let's all take a half an hour and have a masturbation ceremony.
All right, so Betty's is black women don't owe anyone tits.
Yes. Yes.
And Moonshock's Jack Gunsky, the fascist dictator who betrayed communism.
Yes.
Oh
So
dear.
that's why he changed his name. Son's enjoying
I'm
it.
about to get Mussolini'd up in
Clearly.
this bitch.
All right, and Terry's why a good number of black conservatives have white husbands and queers.
This is so good.
And Della not caring about masturbation is a privilege not many of us have.
How antithetical to what he said before.
All right, and I'll start the poll for the chat. Instructions on how to vote are up on the screen.
I'm between Betty and Della. They're both good ones.
I mean, tits and masturbation and a poll. This is going to be a very close call.
Yeah.
Black women don't know anyone tits.
I mean, yeah.
I'm a proud black woman, and I don't know anybody tits. Oh Jesus Christ!
Damn.
The corner
I'm
is filmed
kicking
in
some
front of a
ass.
live studio audience.
Yeah. No shit. Jack, you're such a
Moonshock,
fascist
cut
dictator.
this one.
Yeah,
Oh, dear.
looks like Moon's got this one in the bag. Everybody
Jack,
thinks
you
Jack is a
fucking
Nazi.
fascist dictator.
I mean, to be fair, I would vote for that one too.
In fairness, I would love to be dressed like Hugo Boss, but that's just me.
And a skirt.
Yes.
All right. And the winner is Moonshock.
Yay!
You know, if Hugo Boss designed a skirt for men, I bet you it would still look good.
All right. And time for our second article. 5 sexual microaggressions white men say to black women.
And there's a picture of a woman. Mm-hmm.
Is one of them "You owe me tits"?
And we got a nice photo of a woman who's trapped in a scrubbing brush.
That looks like a fucking snake's shed skin.
She's just
Being a-
filtering her eyes.
She looks like she's about to engage in some sort of sexual act.
She's just trying to filter what she sees, guys. There's too much hate in the world. She's trying to filter it out. That's all. That's all.
Yeah. She's like, ah.
Being a black woman.
Baby. Sorry.
Being a black woman in a predominantly white country isn't easy. Due to the intersectionalities of gender and race, one can face either racism or sexism or both at the same time. On top of that is the obscene sexual curiosity that white men have when it comes to black women. It plays out in a number of ways, almost always humiliating for the woman who is subject to them.
You know what this particular article would need? It's a laugh track.
Well, that's why Son's there. Below are 5 types of sexual microaggressions that black women hear from white men. Unfortunately, I have heard them all too. You have big lips. You have big lips. I can't stop thinking about what they can do.
What?
How many
Right on
times do you
cue.
think? How many times do you think the author has heard this?
Yeah,
0.
3.
yeah, but I'm doing an X'd out for a lot of these.
Yeah,
The
Literally
sexual
3, and none of them were to her.
yeah. This one's an ugly bitch. I'm willing to guess that right now.
Yeah. What's her name again? I want to look this bitch up.
Well, I believe this is Rebecca Stevens A.
Oh,
Oh,
is it our tried and true?
Yeah.
Okay.
What
I
happened?
like a bit of Becky
what
Stevens.
happens-
She's a
Is
good
that
article.
Rebecca Stevens B?
The sexual connotation behind this comment is painfully clear. Sadly, the first time I heard this, I was only 12. I didn't
Bullshit.
Terry, did you need a tissue? It sounds like you got a sneeze going on there, buddy.
I should have
Here,
muted before I coughed. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Here you go.
I didn't quite understand
Ruining the
why,
stream.
I didn't quite understand why the elderly white man on the bus was salivating while looking at my lips. As I grew older, I began to understand what it meant, and it made me feel very self-conscious. At one point, I started biting in my lips to make them look smaller. I also even didn't wear lipstick for the longest time in order to not attract attention to my lips. Today, these comments don't get to me anymore. But if you're a white father, how would you feel if someone said this to your daughter?
Yeah, they don't get you no more. I believe that.
Yeah, this whole article is a testament to how little you care.
Exactly.
Yeah, and she's talking about all this bullshit, but it has nothing to do with the. Oh, I wonder what those lips can do to me. Oh yeah.
What the shit does this have to do with being black, though? At the very least.
Well,
Men
black
are
people
only
have big
attracted to
lips.
black women.
Come on.
And the thing is, all this person is doing is just bringing more and more attention to the idiosyncrasies of this whole. Oh well, black people they just got big old lips. Because nobody cares unless you bring it to the fore. Nobody's gonna care, really. I have never heard anybody say, "Oh, look at that black person over there, and those gigantic lips. I wonder what they can do."
I
No.
mean, if someone's in a position to see her lips, I mean, things are already getting pretty intimate.
I guess.
I see what you did there.
Either that or she needs better clothing.
All right, and the
God,
second,
I'm looking at her picture, and she has like the ultimate fuck off face, doesn't
Yeah,
she?
it's also kind of derpy too. She kind of has a derp face.
the second one, I hear that black women have large sexual appetites.
Though
The
it depends on which ones, the whores or the regular ones.
The false idea that black women have voracious sexual appetites is yet another stubborn to erase racially charged stereotype that white men actually believe.
I've literally never heard that.
Yeah, ever.
Anyone here ever hear that? Chat,
Yeah,
back us
yeah.
up. Have any of you ever heard that?
Actually, I have.
What?
I mean, I have heard it, but you've got to remember, I follow a lot of feminists and shit like that on Twitter. So
Wait.
Have
So
I-
did you hear it as something that a feminist brought up, or something that a person actually thinking his thoughts aloud brought up?
no, I heard feminists say that, like, yeah, I've heard them say that that's the stereotype. I haven't heard anyone believe the stereotype.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't really count then.
Yeah.
No,
Cynic
So
says
you
yes,
could-
he has heard it.
Well, maybe it's only the black people that have big lips that have the large sexual appetites.
there you go.
You know, with big lips, you can eat more. You know.
They will pretend to be interested or even go so far as to date a black woman to test this unfounded hypothesis. What they don't realize is that doing so is hurtful and degrading to black women because it objectifies us in the vilest of ways. We become just an object to be used for sexual gratification. Sometimes
Right, and hold on, and those black men that are making white women their sexual slaves. That
Never
I guess
happens.
that's perfectly fine, right?
Never happens.
Yeah.
Dude, that is slander and lies. I will have you know.
Me and my microaggressions.
Cannibalistic Wizard. Cannibalistic Wizard says only times I've heard it was from black men and Mexicans.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Let's see. Sometimes white men hide their game well and lead us to actually believe that they're genuinely attracted to us for our personalities.
You're
It's always
black. You don't have a personality that's worth-
Imagine thinking we want your personality.
and this is something that only black women go through.
Yep.
Imagine this author thinking anyone wants her for her personality.
Oh,
Alright,
that's
so-
adorable.
So if you ain't got gigantic lips and you ain't got no large sexual appetite, then you ain't black.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you're not even beautiful, and even I must concede that a man would only want you possibly for your body, not for your personality.
God, this woman is so lacking in personality. It's not even funny.
It's always shocking to find out that it was their curiosity about sex with a black woman that was their underlying motivation all along. Alright, and this next one makes me think that she's getting hit on by robots. You've got big buttocks. There is so much you can do with them.
Oh my god.
Hey, come on, just give us the real the comment.
Wait, is she
Nice
getting-
ass.
Is she getting hit? Is she getting hit on by Gene?
Well, I'm also waiting for somebody to shoehorn in there, and I cannot lie.
Yeah.
Nah, she can lie.
She's got a great ass.
Here's
Actually, to be quite honest with you, I've actually seen someone with these gigantic asses, and that's a turn off. I've said, like, not a fucking chance. No way.
You could open a can with that ass.
I was gonna say, like, there's so much you can. Well, what can you do with your ass? Like,
Nothing.
really, you can push shit through it, and you can sit on things. That's it.
There is one qualification that a woman can do with her ass.
Also, this one ends with the most pathetic attempt to make a point ever. All right. Here is yet again another comment rife with sexual undertones. White men assume that they are making us a compliment when they say this. Again, this type of comment objectifies black women and is in essence degrading. Sometimes I wonder.
Not if you actually have a very utilitarian ass. If you're out there like opening bottles with it and painting the roof with it, then someone says you can do a lot of things with that ass. That's not sexual. That's just a compliment.
You've got the Swiss Army knife of asses.
Wasn't there a woman, a black woman, that had such gigantic tits that she could crush cans with them?
Yes.
There's a few.
Yes.
She's got such a gigantic ass that she can just go ahead and crush kegs.
And if you act today, you could get 5 of these asses for only 5 payments of $29.95.
There's got to be a better way. All right, I love this part. Sometimes I wonder how they would feel if I made a similar comment about their genitalia, or if I objected them in a similar way.
They would love it.
Please don't say my genitals are big and that you would like to use them. Men hate that.
Whatever happened to just being flattered? I mean, Jesus Christ. It costs you nothing to be flattered every once in a while by a compliment.
How much will it cost to have sex with you? Wow.
How much you got?
How much will it cost to have sex with you?
No.
Well, if you didn't dress like a hooker. Oh.
Yeah.
Who said that?
The only time I would ever expect to see or hear that is if some fucking woman or some black woman is being a whore and some dude's going up and saying, how much does it cost to have sex with you? That's no, just fucking no.
Openly propositioning black women is something that white men often do. It may be shocking to you, but yes, it happens.
Where? In the red light district?
In Fantasyland. Sorry.
What I personally find hurtful about this is the fact that white men assume that black women were put on Earth to pleasure them.
No, they don't.
History is fraught with examples of how black women were sexually coerced to pleasure the white man, whether it be on a slave plantations or during colonialism.
Yes, because this is exclusively a phenomenon that happens between white men and black women.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's only white men and black women who are attracted to each other.
Yes.
The fact that some assume they can still harass us to satisfy their urges is unacceptable. I often wonder if white men would dare proposition white women in the same way.
They would.
I hate to break it to
the kind of
you.
guy that goes around propositioning random women is not put off by race.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably just a scumbag in general.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Like, do you think he's just like a complete proper gentleman to white women? But black women, he'll be like, oh, you got some nice dick-sucking lips and something like that.
I just like the idea. He's like, evening, man. And then he says to black woman, hey, show me those titties.
Nice tits.
No, Terry, get it right. You've got big buttocks. There is so much you can do with them.
I apologize. I did get that.
Yeah,
I would like to look at your buttocks, please.
Yes, you follow up the buttocks line with how much will it cost to have sex with you?
All right. I haven't tried a black woman yet. Again,
Is she like a fucking car? I want to go on a test drive with this black woman.
No.
Like,
Well, what if it's a judge talking?
I thought they were just handing out free samples at the nearest brothel.
Terry.
Hi, it's my first day. I haven't tried a black woman.
Terry, are you expecting us to believe that there's a judge that hasn't tried a black person?
Black person, yes. Black woman,
black
maybe
woman,
not.
no less. Come on.
Again, another comment that black and other minority women hear often from white men. I've never understood why a human being will refer to other human beings as something to try. Black and brown women aren't flavors that one can try out in an ice cream parlor.
Flavors. Yeah, I taste like licorice.
Ew.
What kind?
Well, I haven't tried a black woman yet. Does she taste like licorice?
I'm out.
I didn't know they made salmon ice cream.
Oh.
When one takes a
damn it.
close... When...
I
Sorry,
saw the ice
son.
cream look melted.
Sorry, son.
She goes, "That's nasty."
It's funny. My mind is going back to remember the Bill Nye special that was fucking retarded, and they had the ice cream that has sex with each other.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
The ice
I'm
cream
sorry.
orgy.
I was gonna say I'm sorry. The Bill Nye episode that kind of narrows it down a bit, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of that stupid fucking woman was singing that dumbass song, and he was acting like
The
he was a
sex
disc jockey.
junk.
Yeah, the
Oh,
sex
God.
junk song. Yeah,
Sex.
Yeah.
No.
yeah. He completely fucking sold out.
I
Oh,
wonder
yeah.
how
Hard.
much opposition this woman expressed to the ice cream sketch.
Oh
So
my God.
fucking retarded.
Well,
Everything is retarded now. Everything.
I'm guessing this woman obviously does not agree with the Michael Jackson song "Black or White," because obviously it does matter if you're black or white.
Yeah.
No, it's what?
Well, and she's all. It's also. I'm. What I'm taking off of this. My take off of this is that this woman is trying to make it look like blacks and whites shouldn't mix at all, because apparently white men want nothing more than to just go out and plow himself a big old black woman.
And apparently, black women are the only women who are propositioned like inappropriately.
Yeah. Like no white woman has ever been harassed or anything like that at all.
Never.
You know,
Not once.
Yeah, and you don't see some black guy going, "I've never tried a white woman before." Of course, they never
Why does he sound
No,
like
that-
Goofy?
I said,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I've never tried to be a white woman before.
Gosh.
Gosh.
Gosh, I'm gonna make a mulatto.
Gosh, Mickey, I've never tried a white woman before. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go break me up a mulatto child.
Jesus fucking Christ.
What, you didn't see that episode of Goof Troop?
Thanks for the hookup, Pete.
When one takes a closer look at this, one realizes that white male privilege also plays into this, because the white man assumes that he is entitled to try all the ethnic women in the world. There is nothing wrong with this.
Well, let's see.
I mean, come on. How do you know what you like more if you haven't given everything else a chance? I mean,
yeah.
come on.
Does every white guy have a chalkboard that just says black check, Asian check, South American check, Latino check? Yeah, it's like,
I mean,
if you don't fulfill the set, then you don't get your bonus at the end of life. It's like, sorry, you haven't done a black woman yet. You don't go to hell.
Even more disturbing is that he feels it is normal to advertise that he is on a quest to try them all.
God,
Gotta fuck them all. Gotta fuck them all.
what Will just said too is, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah.
You gotta wonder though. Did Bill Clinton bag himself a black woman?
No, I'm sure.
Because he's the ultimate. Because who's the biggest player you've ever heard of outside of Bill Clinton? There you go.
I'm sure he's collecting them all.
He plays a lot of games.
Gotta catch them all. They're like fucking Pokemon. You gotta catch them all.
Gotta fuck them all. Gotta fuck them all.
Gotta bang them all. Gotta bang them all.
Shaniqua, I choose you.
Shaniqua, Frogel, go!
Jesus Christ, no.
And to think Jack didn't want to be associated with this.
Wait, what?
Oh. My Shaniqua's evolving.
She's
She's
become
become
Queen
LaQuisha.
Latifah. No, she's gonna become Queen Latifah.
Well, that's her final form.
No, what's even worse? They would evolve into like white people.
Oh.
You need a special stone for that.
Unfortunately, I've used all my knowledge of Pokemon, so
She's evolving into Guadalupe.
black women face microaggressions because of the color of their skin. But we also encounter sexual microaggressions as well. The latter sometimes leads to situations where we become victims of sexual harassment, and more often than not, the power dynamics in these settings are not in our favor. Many of my black female friends and colleagues have had to leave their jobs due to these situations. As mentioned at the start of this article, being a black woman in a predominantly white society can be really challenging, and one has to be strong mentally to deal with both racism and sexism. What?
And a Lord Gladius said, "Just watch out, you don't catch a Bulbasaur."
The Pokemon version of VD.
Jesus.
Most fathers of black and brown girls that
Squirtle.
There's
Oh,
is
no.
is that Bulbasaur right beside her Meowth?
Oh, God.
we open
That's
a
a
whole
bad
can of
sign
worms
right
here.
Ah, Jesus.
Most fathers of black and brown girls that I have engaged with within the context of my anti-racism work worry that their children will face these difficult situations at some point or other in their lives.
Heberdem says the Charmander. Charmander. Team Red Rocket. Oh, God. I'm a maker Squirtle. Oh, my God. Still, my favorite was still Shaniqua. I choose you.
Well, I think we learned a lot about how to talk to black women today.
Yes. Apparently, all black women are Pokemon. Oh,
So basically, you got to damage her before you can catch her.
yes. You got to weaken them first.
The way to a black woman's heart is through violence. That is what I've learned today. Violence and subjugation.
Let me Squirtle on them Jigglypuffs.
Oh,
There's
was
a
that,
Pokemon
Terry?
called Jinx that actually is a black woman. So, I mean,
Yeah, that's so true. Complete with the mammy face.
Wow. Wow.
Well,
I'm gonna show her
with
my
the, end
pokey flute.
with the end of the second article comes the second game, and that's the caption contest, which is for the chat only, Betty. Man, I'm gonna have to change that caption now.
Betty
All right.
pivoted.
All right, and this is where I take a photo of a political figure or event, and the people in the chat have to come up with a caption for it, and whichever one we like the best, I'll tweet out after the show. So let's see.
I
This
love
week's
the special
photo.
proclaimer.
Hmm?
I love the disclaimer there. Jack Gunsky
Yes.
prohibited.
Yeah.
Gonna have to change that.
Who's Jack Gunsky? I never heard of him.
So
He only has his name and his profile picture set as Jack Gunsky.
Oh my God.
yep, this week's photo is the Time Lord himself, Joe Biden.
I'm insulted.
Time Lord.
He is not one of us.
I wish I were there just so I could yell out, it's 12:30 or something like that. Come on,
I
man,
mean-
this is taking too long. I gotta go. I'm gonna poop myself.
This is taking so long. I should have been able to tell what time it is by now.
Let's see.
Damn analog.
They said they died on my watch. I don't see anything.
That is a
That's-
good one.
That's pretty clever. I gotta give it to them. Let's see.
Nice.
Peanut butter jelly time. Let's see. Oh no, only 10 more minutes and I'll forget where I am. Am I late for the the thing? Only 10 more minutes to pudding. I'm checking how long before I can join the corpses.
Does that look malignant, Jack?
Oh, damn it.
Time to time him out.
No.
Yes.
Betty didn't say it. Quippers United said it.
You cheated.
There we go.
If we hurry up, we can get to Dairy Queen for an early bird ice cream special.
5 more minutes of this dead people crap, and I can have my pudding.
Oh wait, if I time out Jack now, is it a hate crime? I don't know.
Yes.
I've failed as president in record time. I can't believe I'm missing Matt.
All right, I think I might call it there. So, what do you guys think is best?
As good as a lot of these were, nothing beats Anna Laura's. They said they died on my watch.
Yeah,
Agreed.
That was genius.
that's
Agreed.
clever. I like that. I like that a lot.
I'll go with that one.
All right.
When is the bomb due?
So it looks like this week's winner is Anna Laura Gladius.
Yay!
Well, did Delahazed vote?
Well, he's
Yeah.
Canadian.
Oh.
Feeling my Jigglypuffs.
All right.
I would have gone with like checking for a pulse kind of thing.
So I'll just copy that down.
Get there early enough to find out. Random.
All right.
Now, see,
and now
if that was me, I would have said, "Yep, no tumors yet."
Damn. They haven't grown yet.
It's sprinkles past pudding time, cannibalistic wizard.
Damn, I was gonna write a sarcastic response to random, but I couldn't because of you, Frosted.
Aww.
Well, you
If you
should have
can't do
cheated
the
the game.
if you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
I mean, since you put yourself in this position, is it really Frosted's fault or is it really yours?
It's Frosted's fault.
Sense a lot of deflection coming
accept-
from your
I
direction there,
accept-
bro.
I accept no responsibility for my actions.
Well, you are a woman now, so that makes sense.
Oh, snap.
burn!
Oh, that time of the month, you say?
All right, and now on to our third article. America can become Afghanistan.
Oh, hooray!
No, because
for
we just
that.
got kicked out of it. So.
Watching the Taliban gloating in the presidential palace in Kabul after violently overthrowing the government there gave me major January 6th deja vu.
Oh my
You have
god!
got to be shitting. It's
Oh,
everything.
boy.
Everything always feeds back to something they hate. They have
Insurrection!
no perspective at all. They have no perspective. I mean, like, you know how people, they say crazy shit and they don't have perspective. I mean, like, these people, they don't know what perspective is, and so they just group everything together like conspiracy theorists.
No, it's totally true, Jack. You know, our entire government almost got overthrown by a few dozen people.
Yeah,
Those knocked over
Like-
papers still sent shivers down my spine.
I heard it on the news, Jack. It can't be false.
That's true. They never lie on the news.
Nope, it's all facts. Everyone knows that. Come on now.
especially from CNN. They are
Oh,
the number one.
The most trusted news source.
Yes.
Come on, get with it, folks.
Yes, yes.
Most trusted.
And let's not forget that the insurrection on July 6th or on January 6th was so bad that Congress still managed to hold their whatever the fuck they're doing that night.
Jesus Christ! I mean, just
That's not the.
What
That's
the-
beside the point. Okay, that's
Let's look
beside
at-
the point. Quit distracting from the point, man. Come on.
let's just
The point
just,
is it happened, and it's just we can't stand
What?
this.
what actually happened on January 6th? How much damage actually happened? How many
So much
dollars in
damage.
damage? How
so
many
many dollars.
How many dollars? Well,
So many.
About
Ha-
10.
How
so
many
many
deaths
tens of
happened?
dollars.
a Trump
many tens of
protester
dollars
died.
were spent.
No opposing protesters died, and so few people died. 0 people that they were supporting actually died as a result of the protest. So few people died that
I
they
think-
actually had to make up a death in
I think
order for
that's the
them to
most-
get press coverage.
I think that's the most horrifying thing is that 0 people died.
So
They'll have to
and-
try
and
harder next
these
time.
people, they compare it to everything. They compare 9/11. This is fucking what's the Charlottesville? Remember when everything was compared to Charlottesville and nobody was talking about what Antifa was doing? Everything was Charlottesville, even though there was obvious evidence that there was orchestration of that event involved. There was obvious orchestration by the opposing side.
But Jack, Trump said there were fine people on both sides.
Jesus Christ. And it's so obnoxious. It makes me just keep going.
I've
Yes,
seen
ma'am.
this. I've seen this movie before. Watching the Taliban gloating in the presidential palace in Kabul after violently overthrowing the government there gave me major January 6th deja vu. The muscle memory of that day kicked in again. The disbelief and shock, the stark helplessness, the repeating question of how this could be happening.
Another thing that we don't know how it could be happening, Moonshock, is your tucking game failing because Spittlebuggies says that you are angry.
What the fuck is she talking about?
I don't
mean,
know, but
we-
she
we
wanted
would
me to tell you.
We would have to ask Son how his tucking game is doing.
Just wait a few seconds for the laughter and you'll know the answer.
Mhm.
And
What?
what muscle memory?
I don't know. While the world looked on in horror at Afghanistan, marveling at the seemingly impossible speed and ferocity with which a group of extremists could overtake a foreign nation's leadership and throw it all into chaos, the familiarity of the moment is something America needs to wrestle with. We cannot look away from the proximity of such a day here. We can't ignore the repetition of history. We can't pretend we weren't on the brink of a nightmare.
You want to know
Oh,
why?
on the brink of a nightmare is meaningless. It's meaningless because nothing happened. We can always say that. We can say that literally anything is the brink of a nightmare.
I think what this person is missing is that the reason why there was this big takeover, this aggressive takeover of Kabul, was because we should have been the fuck out of Afghanistan months ago. But fucking
No.
Biden, no, Biden had to extend it.
What you're not realizing is that everything in Afghanistan is Trump's fault.
That's right. It was his
Exactly.
plan.
Exactly.
Sorry.
It drives me nuts. Biden's in charge now. He's been in charge for a very significant amount of time. When is he going to
Extra
be?
doubt on that.
Is
Jack.
he though?
Daddy.
When is he going to be responsible? When is he going to be responsible for the things that he does? Donald Trump didn't pull the trigger on pulling out. Donald Trump in doing that. Biden's the one in charge. Why are these
No, he's
people?
not.
Why do these people?
Defending him.
Why are these people saying that Trump is responsible for things that are 9 months? It's been 9 months. When is Biden going to be actually responsible for the things that happened during his presidency?
Because he's
Well,
too busy being shielded by the mainstream.
We're gonna be like 3 years, 364 days into his presidency, and they're gonna be like, okay, now things are responsible for Biden. And oh, look, Trump's back in office. He's responsible for everything wrong.
Well,
No,
he
no,
had-
no. I think what you need to realize is you can't blame Joe Biden because he is so senile that he doesn't know what he's doing. There's no mens rea or whatever the legal term is. He's just this silly old fart. Oh, you want me to go here and say this? Okay. I mean,
He never takes
Yeah,
any
exactly.
questions ever.
You're forgetting the one thing, Betty. He follows a script. he doesn't go. He's not allowed to go off script. So to say that he's doing wrong is to say that the script writers are doing wrong, and the script writers are them, so they can't have that.
Well, did you see him a couple of press conferences ago, or when he was doing that little
Yes.
he walked off the wrong fucking way, and they started clapping and clapping. So he got confused. He turned back around and made some stupid little impromptu speech that made no fucking sense before he finally took off where he should have taken off. The guy doesn't know where the fuck he is, but 90% of the time.
Nope.
Yeah, but the thing is that we need to be able to qualify the person who actually is responsible for these things. And if we just say Biden isn't doing anything because the people around him are doing anything, then all of a sudden nobody is to blame. Who do we blame? Who do I blame for this event?
Now, he had no choice but to stick to Trump's plan, which is why he pulled out in August when Trump's plan involved pulling out in May.
Yeah. And these the kinds of people that they're dealing with. These are the kinds of people that will take you at your word. These aren't the kind of like, okay, you want to push it back? Okay, no problem. These are the people that say, if you don't stick to your word, then we will make you stick to your word, or we will fucking say, you know what? Fuck you. We're gonna invade. These people don't take no for an answer. These people don't fuck around. These people are just like, you know what? You didn't keep your word. We're gonna hold you to it now. And this is exactly what happened. And now the fruits of this labor is all this, $500 billion worth of equipment left behind that they're now giving to China and to Russia to backwards engineer. Now, they have a lot of high-tech shit over there that we just kind of said, oh, here you go, because we're not going to take it with us. Bye. It's like, Merry fucking Christmas. You just got the you want with some very high-tech stuff. But fucking dipshit Biden, he's just in there. Oh, I'm not gonna take any questions because I'm a fucking senile piece of shit with dementia, and I don't take any questions. And has anybody even watched these things? He's been slurring his speech even worse than he has in like the previous months. The guy, it sounds like he's had another couple of aneurysms.
But at least the buck stops with him, as he's told us many times.
What I'm just curious, what has Biden actually done in his presidency? You keep saying that, Trump's responsible for everything. Well, obviously, if Trump's responsible, Joe Biden, he's been in office for 9 months. What has he actually done in that time? Tell me, what is he responsible for of the things that he's done? And then
they're going to world against corn pop.
Yeah,
that's true.
Because as far as I'm concerned, if he's not responsible for any of the things the media have said he's not responsible for, and they've been doing it his entire presidency, as far as I know, Joe Biden has done literally nothing since he entered office. Because it's been totally exclusive. Everything he's done has been bad, has been disastrous.
Yeah, and I believe that his approval rating is now 45%, and it's still dropping.
Yeah, I heard a statistic that 52% say that he should be removed from office.
Yes, and 60% want him impeached.
Yeah,
that was Monkey's stream. That's where I got that statistic from.
Yeah, I just got that from the headline, so I don't know any of the backing surrounding it.
Yeah, well, Monkey said, and I think I agree, that we should just 25th him rather than impeach him.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
America doesn't need to have him impeached. America doesn't need to have him destroyed. I don't need him to be destroyed. I need him to be gone because he's fucking shit up. He's unbelievably fucking shit up. And the longer he's in, I don't have any ego over this. He's fucking people's lives up. He's destroying people's lives. He's getting people killed. And then on top of that, you have all these people at home who are waiting for the return of those soldiers who they thought were going to be coming back by now. He's ruining everything. Just get him out.
Yeah.
From what I could tell by listening to Monkey, impeachment is only if he's committed an actual crime. So they can't impeach him because he hasn't done anything.
Right.
Literally nothing.
It's just incompetence. Yeah.
Yeah. So they can't impeach him, but like you said, the 25th Amendment absolutely needs to be invoked because he is not capable of functioning as a person, much less as the president of the United States.
Yes, but you also have to think about the alternative too. Even if that did happen, you got fucking Camel Toe in charge, and she doesn't even want to be president. I mean, she's taken the stance of, if he gets removed from office, she's like, I don't want to fucking do it. I don't want the job. I mean, she was selected in. She wasn't elected in.
I think she wants to. I just think she's also incompetent.
Yeah, and then
Random.
go
and
ahead.
she is
Random.
and she is
Sorry.
completely a diversity hire.
Yeah.
Random says Trump did do a crime and they still impeached him. I'm not looking for revenge. I'm not looking for revenge on what happened to Trump. I just need Joe Biden to just get out of office as quickly as humanly possible. I don't need him to perish or anything like that. Just get out of office. You're ruining America. Just by the nature of being you are ruining America. So get the fuck out.
The thing is that he never really liked America anyway because he's in China's pockets.
Even Kamala, who's an evil bitch, who arrests people and does all sorts of shit, even she wouldn't fuck up things this badly.
But it was a debate.
Yeah. Oh no, she's horrible, and I would hate her the second she stepped into office. But even she wouldn't be nearly this inept.
Yeah, I mean, she would get it done better, but probably only so she would look good. But at least she would get it done better.
She would be dog shit at everything, but dog shit is better than this.
Yeah. Let's see. America was, and in many ways still is, a hair's breadth from living a very different story right now. From a radicalized minority of zealots having unchecked power and exposing us to brutality that we would not recognize as our nation. It would have taken very little. A handful fewer courageous Capitol Police officers, a wrong turn or two in the crowded labyrinth beneath the halls of Congress, a couple of split decisions by the insurrectionists or the Secret Service, and we're living through what the people of Afghanistan are right now. The story here wouldn't have become...
I really don't give two shits about Afghanistan or its people. We didn't belong there in the first place. This whole thing was started by a lie. That would be 9/11.
I mean,
we didn't belong out there in the begin with.
Wait. Moonshock says 9/11 is a lie?
Yes, 9/11 was a lie. 9/11 was an absolute lie. It had nothing to do with terrorism at all. 9/11 was the biggest inside job, and if you don't believe that, then you're fucking blind. But even then, even if it wasn't an inside job, we still had no business, fucking around in the Middle East ever, at all.
No. I just mean that they're on YouTube. I don't think you're allowed to say true statements.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. 9/11 was a bad thing. Terrorists, bad. Oh my God. Let's go and destroy the Middle East. I'm sorry. Afghanistan was to blame.
Hear that, Susan? We're all good now.
As long as we had gotten our people and our equipment out, then I wouldn't really care about Afghanistan falling.
Exactly.
That they gotta solve some problems for themselves.
Yeah.
And they're not even stepping up to the fact that they left so much shit behind for them to just take.
Yeah. It was a total fuck up. Random says, do you think that Kamala would have done any better than Joe on any of these things? I think so. I honestly think that she has enough, desire for self-preservation that she would have done better.
Yeah. I mean, she would be slightly more competent.
She, at the very least, she would have been willing to give orders. And that's the thing, is that Joe Biden isn't giving any orders. He is taking the orders. He is walking around with marionette strings attached. He's not doing anything. And the thing is, if you have no central leadership, you fail. That's all there is to it.
Also, we would look less weak to other nations if our leader wasn't senile.
Absolutely.
It's funny you mentioned marionette strings there, Betty, because I was just throughout this entire conversation, I cannot get out of my head. Has any of you seen the movie Dead Silence?
No.
Okay, well, it's a horror movie based on this old woman who was a puppeteer, and then she got killed for whatever reason, and she became a ghost and haunts her hundreds of puppets to kill people. And then while she's a ghost, she's turning humans into puppets. I basically thought of Biden as a human puppet and Kamala as the ghost puppeteer throughout this whole conversation.
Yeah. Let's see.
Thank you, Will.
Well, the only other
One person.
The only
That's
other
all
person
that
in North
matters.
America who has seen that movie.
Listen, everyone's talking about impeachment. I think impeachment would be a bad idea, and there's a reason I've been saying that, because if we tried to impeach him, we would get caught up in a lot of legal tape, a lot of legal red tape. However, if there was a chance for Kamala Harris to get into the office, the Democrats would take it. They would take it in a heartbeat because they want Joe gone too. They realize that he's making them look ridiculous, and if there's any way that they can do it while still maintaining even a little bit of dignity, they will do it. But we need to give them that option. We need to be able to say, okay, well, let's just use the 25th Amendment, get him out of office. Okay, thank you, Mr. President. And that way, the Democrats don't suffer nearly as much humiliation as if he was impeached. However, if we try to impeach him, they will keep us in the red tape forever, indefinitely. And in that time, we're stuck with Joe.
Yeah, plus it would make the Republicans look more petty. Like we were just trying to get back for their impeachment of Trump.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I think that the Republicans may just try that. I think that they don't give a shit. They're happy to have Joe continue fucking things up because it makes them look good. So I think that if they were really self-interested pricks, the next move on their part would be to start pushing harder for impeachment. So that way we get the red tape. Joe keeps fucking up. And the Republicans look good as a result. But we don't need the Republicans to look good. We need America to stop failing, which is what it's doing.
The way he's going right now, though, is if he continues down this road where he's going right now, the 2022 midterms, they're going to be an absolute landslide in the right's favor. Unless there is like some big fiasco like this Dominion bullshit, I can't see very many Democrats winning that actually are diehard supporters of Biden. I really can't. Midterms are just going to be a complete disaster for the Dems. I can see that already.
Here's what I think is going to happen. I think the Dems want him in office for a little longer, and here's why. They have to justify to the voters that they didn't willingly and deliberately pick a candidate who was unfit for office. And if they do that while he's been in office for less than a year, then it looks like they just absolutely tried to trash the country. So they're going to try. So I think that they're going to try and wait at least a year, maybe two, before kicking him out of office, because they don't want to have to justify to the voters, look, I know you just voted for this guy, and I know that we're the ones who said that you should have voted for him, but we fucked up. We fucked up and put a demented person in charge. No, that can't happen. So they're gonna try and push it off as long as they possibly can.
All right. Let's see. The story here wouldn't have been an attempted coup, but a successful one. Donald Trump would have been installed as president. Republican politicians would have legislative carte blanche, and their armed, unhinged, sycophantic militia would be living out their racist, phobic fantasies with impunity.
Bullshit. That is a bunch of bullshit right there.
Because I'm sure if like a dozen unarmed people got to the Senate floor or whatever, yeah, something tells me that wouldn't have gotten Trump installed.
Yeah, and also tell me which quote unquote militia you would trust more. The rights, where you have these people that have their own guns, they're very, very good about gun control, all that kind of stuff, or you have the left's Antifa, all these fucking people that are completely out of their fucking mind trying to destroy shit just for the sake of destroying shit. Which would you trust more?
I've got bad news for you, Frosted. According to the very same article that we're reading, that isn't exaggeration or fear peddling. So you're wrong.
Spoilers, Terry.
You're the one who put it on the screen.
This isn't exaggeration or fear peddling or sky is falling histrionics. It's the sober admission that all that was planned by this grotesque movement could have so easily come to fruition. This was the intended goal: overthrowing the government and overturning the results of a free and fair election by force.
Tear my
the
ass.
freest-
government.
The freest and
Boo,
most fair
government.
election in history.
Damn straight.
Yes, and,
But-
and you can totally believe that Joe Biden got 80 million votes. Mhm.
Yep.
Most popular president in the most fair election ever conceived.
No,
Was the whole-
didn't Trump get like 75 million or something like that? And Biden
I
got
don't
like
remember the numbers.
so if he got so say for instance Trump did get like 75 because I think he's like touting someone that he got over 70 million, and Biden supposedly got these 80 million. That's 150 million votes right there. You know damn well that 50% of voters don't turn out ever in any election ever. You're lucky to get a 40% turnout.
Man, that was in the past. Why are you bringing it up now?
I was trying to
That
figure
was
out.
4 or 5 days ago.
Come on.
Yeah, no,
It was
history
a
didn't start
debate.
until 2016. It was a
Debate.
Come on. Stop living in the
Uh,
past.
And overturning the results of a free and fair election by force was the whole point of the insurrection, and simply relaxing because it was not successful is one of the greatest errors the good people of this nation could ever make. Afghanistan should make our blood boil, and it should wake us up. We've all seen the videos. We witnessed it with our own eyes. We watched how quickly the walls were scaled, how easily the doors were breached, how completely mob violence engulfs once rational people, how little is required to tip the scales of a republic and bring it to its knees, how tenuous it all is.
No, how easily the doors were breached. No, how easily the doors were opened by the fucking police who just let them go in. Did you
Well, that
not?
makes
Yes,
the doors a lot easier to breach, Moonshock.
yeah. See this. We've all seen the videos. Yes, we've all seen the videos that have the fucking police right there, just watching these people walk right in. They weren't running. They weren't storming. They were walking.
So what Moon is saying is that they had people on the inside.
Yeah, and like Random says, they let them in. These people didn't break these doors down. They were let in intentionally for this.
No, they
Hey,
went
facts.
in like Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible, just going down a rope through the ceiling, It was
Yeah, it's
basically
not,
like
It's
they,
like
it's not that they
the-
let them go in. It's just they were so stunned in the artistic way they maneuvered themselves into the building that they couldn't help but stand there gaping at them.
Yes,
No, it
because
sounds to me like they did the Eric Andre thing. They're just like, let me in. And then the cop said, okay.
and then they did gymnastic flips through laser fields and all that,
Mhm. Oh, maybe they just knocked nicely on the doors and say, "Can we come in, please?" And the cop said, "Okay, come on in." Then they just like, "Oh, the doors are open. Bash your way in." No,
What
that
do you-
never happened.
What do you take me for? Just because you asked nicely, we're gonna let you in, Jerry. They did say please. Oh, I must have missed that. My bad. Come on in.
Yeah, and I do believe that the people that were shown as smashing windows and climbing over fences, those ones were, I believe, I found to be Antifa members. Were they not? Like they were conspiring to make it look like it was an insurrection in certain places. Not to mention the guy that was dressed up as that Viking or whatever the fuck he was that was in the House of Congress. He was also a known Antifa member. So don't try to pull this bullshit and then say, "Oh, it was all Republicans' fault." No, I'm sorry, but that is wrong.
Now, Trump
Completely
specifically ordered them to do this.
Yes, that's right. Go home with peace and love in your hearts means go and raid the fucking Capitol.
It's a dog whistle, Moon.
Yes, of
Yeah, I was
course.
going to say the exact same thing.
It's coded messaging. It's coded messaging. He's speaking in code. That's all.
Oh, my
They
God.
all had their little orphan Annie decoder rings
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
translated
and
it.
it's like Anna Laura Gladys says, they stayed within the barriers like they were on a tour. Yeah, they really did. As you can see the camera, like all the cameras in the video, they actually stayed within the confines of those little barriers. They weren't trying to jump over them and destroy shit. They were just like, "Oh, cool. I'm going to go with these people. No problem." But that's insurrection right there, man. All through and through. That's the very definition of the word.
Our nation is not less vulnerable simply because we currently have a competent administration, a
Right.
compassionate adult president,
Oh God, yeah.
and a ceremonial majority in Congress. While amoral, power-mad Trump acolytes like Lauren Boebert, Josh Hawley, Marjorie Taylor Greene hold positions of power here. And while their conspiratorial, perpetually oppressed rank and file are still perpetuating the big lie and willing to die for it, we remain in danger.
What's the big lie again, according to them?
That the election was rigged.
Oh.
No one is saying these two events in themselves are on their face equal, but they are strikingly similar movements in different seasons of their evolution, built on the same theocratic
I'm not saying
fervor.
they're equal, but they're equal.
Yes,
I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens.
but it was aliens. Yeah.
The same
That is a
glorific-
hate fact.
Yeah, but well, let's not also forget that Anna Kasparian says, "I'm fucking better than you." That obviously applies here too.
the same glorification of violence and the same cultic adoration of leadership. Americans should be horrified by the sickening display of religious extremists parading themselves through the halls of a government they quickly overthrew, and we should
Where
be
does
horrified.
religion come into it?
I don't know.
Little boys.
They quickly overthrew. Again, going back to those cops, letting them right in and watching them. I didn't see those cops. Those cops were making no resistance whatsoever against these people. They're just like, okay, go on. Go
Well,
on.
they
Go
did.
right there.
They did shoot an unarmed woman.
Well, that
Yeah.
was completely. That was something completely different, and apparently they say that was a lot of people saying that was staged. I don't think so, but the guy got off, scot free, no problem, because insurrection.
Was she
The
coming
guy
right
got
for
off
him?
only because he sexualized a black woman.
Yeah. Before shooting, he said, "Those are some nice buttocks. I wonder what they could do."
Yeah.
How much does it cost to have sex with you?
No, she wasn't black, so it doesn't work.
Ah,
Yeah, nope.
Oh, would have been a
Or
fine
like-
Disney movie.
And we should be horrified at the unthinkable fear that drove people to grab onto departing planes and dying tumbling to the ground. And we should be deeply burdened to do all we can to help the good people there escape the monsters who now have the run of the house.
I got 2 words for you. Fuck them. I don't care. We didn't
I don't
belong
see
there
how
in
that
the
would help
first
them.
place. I don't
I
care.
don't see how it would hurt them.
I do not care.
There are some people over there that I do want to rescue, particularly translators and people who actually help the U.S. military because they're being targeted because of us. But other than that, fuck them.
No, you want to know what I need? What the things that I want to see brought back are the dogs. The military left all their fucking dogs out there. And you want to know what Muslims think about dogs? They are unclean, and every single one of those fucking dogs is going to get murdered by those bastards.
No.
I don't give 2 fucks about the Afghan people out there. I want to bring back our own dogs.
Oh wait, just a minute. Here. Jack, entertain the audience.
We're fucked.
Oh
Oh
shit.
shit, we're screwed.
Okay, let's read a few comments. Jack wants trans
Whoa, whoa,
people.
whoa, Betty. I believe
Betty,
Jack was
Betty,
asked to take
Betty.
charge.
Yeah, Jack was asked, not you, Betty. You stay out of this.
Jack wants trans people confirmed. The dogs. It just says the dogs. I don't know what it's referring to. I'ma make that ass call me Thomas Jefferson.
Okay, I'm back.
Says Johnny Hellcat.
Oh god, the stream has been saved.
Keeverdam says hi, Jack. Hi, Keeverdam.
All right. Let's see. But we should do all of this while realizing how very fragile the place we call home currently is. How very close we were and still are to a lawless minority taking by force what they could not through fair elections and the democratic process.
Oh, shut up.
Exactly.
The most reckless and dangerous thing we could do right now is to imagine that Afghanistan could not happen here. It nearly did.
No, not even fucking close. Are
Get
you completely
real.
This person is completely disillusioned with all this bullshit. They believe everything. And I bet you this fucking person is Brian Stelter is probably somebody this person fucking bangs himself to. So no, I don't think so. You need to fucking get real, buddy.
The good people here need to work and fight and organize and vote to make certain that it does not happen again. We need to write a better story for America.
No, sorry.
Hey,
You need to get the hell out of the country.
I've got
Done.
sentence 1 for you. America removed Joe Biden from office. Better America.
Yeah.
Instant.
Look, we already have a better story for America. Let me read you here. Page 1. America. Fuck yeah. Book closed. Story's over. Done. See? Best story ever.
Yep. True. All right. And now it's time for the final game of the night. And that is Pro or No Gender Edition.
Oh, dear Lord.
Where I give you 3 genders, 2 of which are from the LGBTIA wiki, meaning they're completely real. And
Allegedly.
one I made up, and you have to figure out which one is made up.
The one that he makes up is usually the one that makes the more sense than the other ones do.
Tits.
Makes sense.
Tit cork.
And I'll even give you short descriptions of each gender.
Oh, how sweet.
So, gender A. Earbud gender.
What?
Xenogender that is related to earbuds in some way.
What?
That's what it says in some way.
Oh god, I'm expecting that flag to have like a rainbow with one of those fucking white earbuds in the middle of it.
I don't know, man. I just feel like I'm like an earbud in some way.
Earbuds turn me the fuck on.
That is so eloquent. How long did it take you to think of that? How long did it take you to think I'm like an earbud in some way?
Maybe that person has tinny, shitty sound.
I feel like this person has a real spiritual connection to this shit they just made up.
All right, gender B. Paperclip gender.
Let me guess. You feel like a paperclip in some way.
No spoilers, Betty.
I want to hold things together.
Xenogender where someone forms romantic bonds easily, but they rarely last.
What? The fuck did that have? Whatever. Mm-mm.
All right, and gender C. Password gender. A gender that feels locked up and needs a password to be unlocked or discovered.
That one sounds too authentic. I will not be voting for that one.
I think that it's that Frosted Glass read that description with such relish that I think that he wrote it. So I'm gonna say C.
All right, well, I'll start the poll so that the chat can vote too.
The second one also sounded way too. I'm gonna say B because the way that Frosted read it also made me sound like that's something that he would work on as well.
All
Well,
right,
I'm convinced A is real because the in some way is just too retarded. So I'll go B.
all right, so Betty is going C.
Yep.
And let's see, Moon, you said what, B?
I said B, and so did Terry.
And Terry. All right, Della.
I'm going to go with A.
I knew you would, you fucker. Just to disagree with
Excuse me?
everybody. Just to disagree with everybody. You're like, you know what? Fuck all you guys. I'm going with A.
All right.
Wow. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's my goal.
See?
Looks like A is in the lead for the chat, with C close behind.
He took that personally.
I know.
Clearly.
And the chat chose A. All right.
Clearly,
and
someone's identifying as an earbud gender and feeling targeted right now.
Hey, I'm wearing them, so yes, God damn it.
Gay.
Did you just say gay?
A tiny little thing in your hole. How is that not gay?
So you're saying that my ears are like asses?
No, his
I'm calling
earbuds
them
are
pussies.
his earbuds are big and black, so yeah. All right.
I bet you could do a lot with them.
All right.
God.
And the answer is B is fake.
Oh yeah.
Ah, well played. Well played.
Well, I knew it wasn't A at the very least.
See,
Yeah.
the problem is I could have believed any one of these is real.
Yeah,
I really can.
definitely.
All right. And I'll show-
Real. Why are we using these language, real and fake? They're all
Allegedly
fake.
is implied. Allegedly is implied. Get off of it.
All right.
If it's on the internet, it must be true.
And
Exactly.
here's the flag for earbud gender.
Oh
I'm,
no!
I'm waiting for
I
this.
love that they have
No.
flags.
No.
Oh my
It
God.
has a flag.
Oh my! See,
That looks
what
like-
did I tell you? What did I tell you?
All right. And password gender had a few different flags, but this one's my favorite.
Oh God.
Oh sweet Jesus!
Are you sure they're not all the same? You just need the right combination.
Oh my God.
Oh my God! You know what this
Wow.
is? You know what this is? It's like the scene from Anchorman where Steve Carell is just naming things around the room and says, "I love lamp." That's what this whole thing is. It's just I'm looking around things at the room, and it's like fan. I love fan gender.
Well, and I was thinking on the paperclip, I was like, he probably just looked at a paperclip on his desk. You want fake a paperclip gender?
So if you love fans, are you a fan?
No, he's
Yeah.
Fannie Mae.
I like to think that if
Only
you're,
fans.
I like to think that if you forget that your password gender, then you have to find someone who's security question gender.
Or a hack gender.
Well, white hat gender or black hat gender.
I'm just gonna invade your security protocols.
Or security gender.
All right.
he
And-
broke through my firewall. It was magical.
And now you have a virus.
Oh.
It'll be gone in 9 months.
You only get that one chance to bust through someone's firewall.
He left the virus in me. In 9 months, it'll become a new program.
I don't know why that's funny. It just is.
Because it's the wrong euphemisms, but it still works because we
I
know
know,
what
I
I'm trying to
love
say. We know what I'm trying to say, and that's all that matters. He dropped his code. He dropped his code in me, and I'm working on a new program with it.
He put his hard drive in my floppy.
He inserted his disc into my slot. He put his disc in my drive, and whoo,
He
there was a
uploaded
lot of
all
RAM.
those-
There was
he
a lot of RAM to
He
take in.
uploaded all those megabytes.
It was a lot of RAM to take in. Trust me.
All right, and now it's time for our final article, where we will conquer, the biggest enemy that black people have to deal with in the world right now.
The father's not coming home?
No, that's hate speech. Of course, I'm talking about emojis.
Oh God.
Here we go.
You know, one thing that I'm surprised, the one ethnic group that I'm surprised is not having a big fucking deal about these are the Asians. Because what's the one color that you see most emojis as? Yellow. But you
Who do you
never
think
see
codes-
anything like, this should be a different color because that's stereotyping.
Who do you think's coding the
No,
emojis?
because
Oh,
they got included. They don't need to complain.
That
The-
is true.
The emojis are already inclusive of them.
Chat, we're going to need complete and utter participation for this article. I need all of you to be committing emoji hate crimes for the entire duration of the reading of this article.
Oh, and somebody has the Pokeball that says, Sharonda, I choose you.
5 emojis white people use to gaslight Epic online.
Bipic. Bipic.
So you can point it out or stop using them yourself. By Sharonda Harris Marshall.
Sharonda. Oh, she got those with those important hyphenated last names. Sharonda.
We all know having any sort of debate on social media is pointless. But the rise of social media gave a platform for Bipic to finally share our own experiences and to attempt to control our own narratives. That power is threatening to folks who have a vested interest in maintaining the status quo. Using bad faith techniques, these online trolls will belittle, harass, dismantle, and confuse in order to keep white supremacy front and center both online and off.
I cannot believe that they didn't say the word folks. Folx.
Sounds like I need to go grab my master ball.
Some of the best racial gaslighting come in the form of cutesy emojis, largely because they represent a friendly and informal interaction. It's frighteningly effective to any onlookers to an online conversation. So first, the laugh react. The laugh react, the OG cyberbullying emoji.
What?
Oh wow.
Wow.
Exactly.
I've been in Kafka-esque conversations with white people on Facebook, where regardless of my tone and the seriousness of the topic, black children facing higher levels of police brutality, for example, they have laugh reacted at everything I said before responding in a trolling manner. The person who uses this particular emoji, even when the topic doesn't call for humor, is mocking emotional responses and tone policing.
Has she tried saying something that wasn't stupid?
Wait. So
Maybe that would help.
you respond to so-called to perceived tone policing by telling people not to laugh.
You're overthinking it, Jack.
Laughing is
Stop that
verboten.
laughing.
No fun allowed.
If they laugh react at everything you are saying, then they are establishing you as irrational and nonsensical in your thinking. Yeah, because that couldn't
yes,
possibly
Their
be true.
fault. It's their fault that you come across that way. Okay.
That couldn't possibly be true. They are also telling you this conversation is fun for them, despite causing you emotional pain.
Oh.
Life sucks. Wear a helmet.
Emotional pain. That I hear it in that, but emotional pain.
Oh, they're wounding me so much with those emojis.
It's especially painful when coming from a white person who claims to be talking from an anti-racism or progressive space, because if they really considered themselves an ally, they wouldn't be laugh-reacting your concerns. Those white people just want to be regarded as right or good. They ultimately don't care about the BIPIC they claim to champion.
Bipic.
Well, that's what it says.
I know.
Yeah.
I just love it. Oh my god!
This-
Please tell me the next one isn't the fucking angel.
This emoji seems to be a thing for white people in general, regardless of political or social stances. Damn those white people for laughing. There are
Wow.
groups dedicated to laugh reacting at positions opposite of the group. Not only doesn't it normalizes cyberbullying,
What?
but by painting the target of the laugh react as irrational, it's used to shame the person to agree, or at least silence their position long enough.
You know what I want to do to this person's pain? Laugh react.
You monster.
Alright, and the next one, the shrug. Not quite the laugh react. The shrug was used by a racial gaslighter, as used by a racial gaslighter, represents a bad faith attempt to understand the positive given, but then
Position
conceding
given.
whatever that position was. It's bad faith because there was never a true attempt to learn or understand in the first place. It's just another silencing tactic.
Oh, and let us not forget that the shrug is done by a white woman too.
Yeah.
That's
The
bad.
gaslighter who uses this will bait someone into deeper racial discussion before shrugging the whole conversation off as not their problem. White supremacy is everyone's problem, but the shrugger is telling you it's a problem that doesn't concern them. The shrug gaslighter will also attempt to tone police, insisting the emotional response displayed by a BIPIC individual isn't the correct one. The gaslighter will insist it is the burden of the oppressed to sweet-talk the oppressors into giving up their racial power. If given enough pushback, the shrugger will step away from the conversation until the BIPIC individual is in a better state of mind. Either way, racism is the oppressed issue to solve, not white society.
I don't care. Next. I mean, this whole thing is just like, oh, check. Just, I'm just hearing noise. This is just stupid. Next.
Yeah, my entire reaction to the article so far has actually been to shrug.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, it sounds like she just needs to shrug it off.
So Betty's racist. We've accepted that.
Well, I mean, that's not news.
No.
And the next one, the heart.
Oh, fuck.
The heart
Wow.
emoji is used to concern troll. Racial gaslighters who use the heart will say things like, I wish everyone would get along and there will be no more racism. Those bastards.
Well, the last thing I knew, the heart was something that Link used in Legend of Zelda, and when he ran out of hearts, he died.
But
Yeah,
what
he's
if
white.
they're only using the heart emoji because all they want to do is make love to you?
Oh yeah.
But that's only because of your large buttocks.
and your lips.
Yes.
Not to mention their vast sexual appetite.
Yes, and
Yes.
how much does it cost to have sex with a black woman too?
What if they're using a heart because every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming round?
Turn around.
Well, then you wouldn't be able to use it because it would be eclipsed, Betty. Now, come on, get serious.
Because I need you more tonight. I need you now, and I need you more than ever.
Welcome to the Bonnie Tyler fan channel.
Forever's gonna start tonight, Frosted. Forever's gonna start tonight.
You know what? Just turn around. All right.
But we're living in a powder keg and giving off a spark. We got to be careful.
This racial gaslighter will tell you how much they hate racism, and they just want a colorblind society where everyone gets along. Aside from ignoring that this both sides systemic racism committed against BIPIC by global white society, the heart emoji gaslighter just wants everyone to stop talking about racism because they are uncomfortable with racial reality.
I just want this person to stop talking, period. I don't give a fuck about anything else. Just
Is there,
shut up.
is there an emoji for that?
Yeah, it's called shh.
You know, I'm starting to think that they just might be reading a little too much into these emojis.
Gee,
I think that's your white privilege showing through.
that's
Clearly,
putting it
you are
mildly.
undervaluing the damage this has done to this particular individual, and not just, and by extension, her community. Clearly.
The heart emoji gaslighter doesn't want to recognize slavery, colonization, genocide, imperialism, and exploitation of the people of the global majority. Shout out to those educating everyone on this term.
If you are
Majority.
if this is the people of the global majority, then why are you allowing the minority to dictate what you do as the majority?
Maybe this person is just feeling jaded because once upon a time they were falling in love, but now they're only falling apart.
Don't make me mute you.
There's nothing you can do. A total eclipse of the heart.
We lost him. We lost him.
I bet they've been waiting the whole time to pull that one out.
Betty's been.
This next sentence actually sums up that. That's sad stuff.
Wow.
Next.
The heart emoji gaslighter holds on to that's one sentence in Martin Luther King's speech because they weren't paying attention when he mentioned voter suppression and police brutality in the same speech.
You want to know my reaction to this person's poor grammar? Laugh emoji.
All right, and
Shrug
another
emoji.
another horrifying emoji.
Oh God.
The kissy face.
What?
The kissy face.
I'm
Or as-
getting so traumatized by
This
this.
condescending. No, this
Nope.
is this
Nope.
condensing shit.
Yes, this condensing shit.
Who's condensing shit and for what purposes?
I'm guessing this person is going for condescending shit, not condensing.
No, it's
That
taking the water
is-
vapor
that
in the
is-
air.
That is
condensing it.
racist of you to assume this person does not know what words they're trying to use. How dare
Well,
you?
I think Moonshock's just white-splaining.
Fucking A right, I am.
That's not just
Right.
that's not just racist. That is sexist. How dare you
Ex-
say that a woman of color is incapable of knowing what words they are supposed to be using?
Yes.
Hey there, honey, baby. I think that you meant condescending.
No,
Do you want me to spell it for you?
Welcome
Do you want
to-
me to spell condescending for you?
I
do.
think it's a reference to Mythbusters. They did an episode where they wanted to prove that you actually can shine a turd, and to do that, they did in fact have to condense the shit.
Maybe they're
they
maybe they're condensing condescending into this word.
There you go.
If you are not trying to sell me oils or some shit, you are most likely using the kissy face to tone police the conversation.
What?
This
I'm sorry.
reminds me of
What?
you heard her. You're tone policing. This reminds me of
Wow.
when I was a child and I was angry about something. My mom would hug me and give me a bunch of kisses to calm me down. From the right person, it's effective. From the wrong person, it's belittling as shit. If it's
The
coming
wrong
from
person being a white person.
if it's coming from a white person to a BIPIC, it's always the wrong person.
Stop
Oh,
reading
there you go.
ahead, Terry.
I actually didn't read ahead. I was just being a smartass. And
I know.
they said the same thing.
First of all, I know y'all kiss your dogs, so don't kiss me. Secondly,
What?
Well, we're not because it's an emoji, you crazy bitch.
And you know what? The dog has probably got better breath.
I like. Have you guys seen Dr. Randomer Cam videos?
I've
I
seen a
haven't
few.
seen him in a while,
Few.
but yeah, I used to watch him.
yeah.
Because I remember this one where he was responding to a video of like questions black people have for white people, and one of them was like, why do you let dogs kiss you on the mouth or whatever? And his response was, where else am I going to kiss your sister? He's pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Secondly, my mom would kiss me in this way because I was a child, and adults largely think children don't have any real problems. Child problems are cute to adults, so this kissy face is infantilizing whatever issue I'm addressing. And white people have a long history of infantilizing BIPIC. It's literally the basis for racially discriminating laws. White people used to argue.
I'll stop infantilizing this bitch when she stops acting like an infant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White people used to argue that black people wouldn't be able to handle being free from slavery, as if we were in need of a white person's supervision. Some
Well, just
businesses...
look at the crime rates. I don't think they can handle being free from slavery.
Oh shit!
I mean, has real slavery been tried yet?
I mean, it was gonna be worded differently, but the message was gonna be the same. Yet Terry beat me by like a second.
Some businesses, like fast food restaurants, run on the notion that you need to monitor BIPIC and poor people at all times. That's what you are actually saying when you use that kissy face in response to a BIPIC concern. All right, and the next one, white tears.
Oh no.
Never trust white tears, ever.
What?
White tears caused massacres and lynchings, and we need to remember that.
Oh my god.
Whoa. Since when does a white person have tears that powerful?
Yeah,
I
apparently
don't
our
know.
tears can cause massacres and lynch black people.
I didn't know tears had a lifespan long enough that allowed them to, perform such tasks, let alone they were capable of them.
Yeah, apparently the white tears are like the Death Star or something.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Similar to the heart emoji, the teary-eyed emoji can be used to concern troll. Sometimes in progressive spaces, you may see someone cry when you discuss everyday occurrences among the black experience.
Yeah, if they're a pussy.
For example, if I'm nonchalantly retelling a story from my grandfather's younger days and I'm mentioning a Jim Crow law or some racial occurrence for context, what I don't need from the white person listening or reading along is a sad tear emoji about how bad things used to be. Wow, God forbid they show
Aw.
sympathy.
I know. Gosh, I feel so
You know,
sorry for these people. Oh,
There's a reason I don't ask what you need before I send a message, because I don't give a shit.
This just goes to show you there's no forgiveness, there's no redemption with these people. They will just badger you to the ends of the earth because they can, and they know that they'll get special privileges if they do so.
They need
Don't try and suck up
reparations,
to Della
man.
by mentioning Badger.
German where?
We
Someone
need the
start
Donkey Kong
playing the
rap.
DK rap.
Yeah, we need the DK rap to act as the Badger repellent.
And we need 6 for his cougar repellent.
Yes.
So much repellent.
First of all, we live in the same America. Little has changed but time. Secondly, my grandfather is quite the quirky personality, and if I'm talking about him, it's humorously.
wow.
Humorously.
Still, the only thing I'm crying for right now is this fucking idiot's lack of intelligence.
Guys, you're just being hateful now. Okay, you're focusing on the wrong details. Come on.
Okay,
Come on, we're better than this.
Here's a heart emoji for you.
I would just like to say,
Yeah.
if you're not willing to learn spelling, at least turn spell checker on.
There's nothing humorous about this.
Humorous.
Granddaddy was a master of ignorant noncompliance, and the fact his white acquaintances and supervisors never caught on is hilarious to me. He once asked some clan-affiliated white co-workers how would he go about getting clan membership, and why he wouldn't be allowed to join, just to see what they would say. That's who my granddaddy is.
You
I
know what?
imagine it was
Retarded?
You sounds a
imagine it
lot
was a
more
bit like the
likable than
Blazing
you.
Saddles quote.
Yeah, Blazing Saddles quote, definitely.
Thirdly, pretending to cry over all the 400 years of bullshit black people had to endure is only for your benefit. You are painting yourself as one of the good ones yet again. It's not like any of this bullshit ever stopped. What are you going to do about it now?
Absolutely nothing. And we're gonna laugh at you. Ha ha! There you go. Done.
On the flip
gonna-
side,
Go ahead.
on the flip side, you may also see the tear emoji when you can sense some centering coming. For some reason, even on Medium, white people want to tell you their story after hearing yours, and how it's close to yours. But wow, it's almost like they want to have a conversation with you.
Those bastards.
Oh shit.
White people, when it comes to racism, your story is never close to ours. Even if you are making an honest attempt to connect, what you are actually doing is trauma dumping. Trauma dumping tends to target women of color both in real life and online.
Wait. So when black people feel emotions, it's emotional labor. But when white people feel emotions, it's trauma dumping.
Yep. Trauma
Wow.
dumping usually occurs after eating at Taco Bell.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like so
And
much
emotional labor can last up to 14 hours.
All of a sudden, I'm stuck in a conversation about how you were abused when you were 11 by your uncle, who was also a racist, and that's why you only date black men. As if that's not something terrible? Odds are we don't... Oh, you were abused as a child. Wah, wah.
Welcome to the club. Gift baskets every first Tuesday of the month.
Yeah.
Odds are we don't know each other like that. But most importantly, you don't need some sort of backstory to fight racism. You can just realize it's unproductive and wrong. And honorable mention, white people using the brown emojis. They are one of those ignore and block.
Oh, and Six is here now because we do want to give him that honorable mention about the cougar.
Oh yeah, thanks for keeping us safe from Cougar 6.
Yes, definitely.
The brown emojis. Oh, I can't wait.
Oh God. Ross is gonna put in a fucking comment.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
No.
All of the yeses. And make sure you, if you're putting any complicatedly long words, you spell them wrong, so she understands what you're saying.
Been totally eclipsed.
All right.
You should have finished up by saying, "Once upon a time, I was falling in love. Now I'm only falling apart."
Nah, I don't want to make it too easy. All right. Well, that's all I have for tonight, gentlemen. So I'm going to take this moment to shill my co-host and guest. Betty has Quippers United on Sundays at 7 p.m. EST on his channel.
Do not use the link in the description, though. That link does not work anymore.
Oh.
Doesn't?
Quick, use the
no,
link.
it
Use the
doesn't.
link.
Let me
Spam
get
the
can
link.
if you want.
Spam
It's
the
just-
link. Spam the link and then yell at Jack for not having the right link.
Yes.
All right, let's see. Moonshock streams games that aren't as good as Super Seducer on his Twitch channel, linked in the description.
And I will say that I no longer am streaming Ark. So we have a different variety of games. So it's not just that to keep you bored.
And none of
I'm
them are
still
good
not
at
hearing
Super
Super Seducer.
Yes,
so.
and none of them, of course, are as good as Super. So you can go and fuck yourself, first of all. And
Nope. I fuck ladies because that's how I play Super Seducer. Thank you.
Yeah, the whole point of Super Seducer is so we don't have to fuck ourselves.
If I wanted to keep fucking myself, I'd stop playing Super Seducer.
Oh dear God.
Oh no, look what happened. All right, let's see. Terry Diamantis is on this. He's on Clippers United. He's on Delahazed and One Ton Hammer's Minions of the Zoo Knights. He's on Johnny Hellcat streams. And he's on Six of Silver streams.
Yes.
All right. And anything you want to shill, Della?
Nope, I'm good.
All
Are
right.
you going to say what nights you do?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, it seems that the new time slot is going over pretty well so far, so I think we'll do it again next week. So we'll be on again at 9 p.m. EST next Friday, and we'll see you then.
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye.